Here in this tutorial, we will learn about what is the difference between context API versus Redux. Imagine like you are in a big family and you need to share information with everyone. There are different ways to do this, and two popular methods in the world of React. Or first one is context API and second one is Redux. Let's break them down in simple terms. First, we need to learn context API is like a family meeting where everyone is sit down and together to share the important information. Like how it is works. Like you create a context like a family meeting create where you can store the information like what's for dinner and share it with everyone in the family. Your components, any family members or components can access this information without having to ask each permission individually. Like when to use it, right, in context API is great for smaller applications or when you have a few piece of information that need to be shared across different parts of your app. It's a simple and built right into React. So you don't need to install anything extra. So this is what is context API. Next one is what is Redux. Coming into the Redux is like a family newsletter that's get sent out regularly to keep everyone updated. Like coming into the how it works in Redux, you have a central store, the newsletter where all your information is kept. When something changes, like a new family event, you are update the store, and everyone gets the latest information. The Redux uses the actions and reducers to manage how the information changes and making it very structured. Next, when to use it. Redux is better for larger applications where you have a lot of complex state management. If your apps has a many moving parts and you need to keep track of lots of different information, Redux helps you manage that complexity. Next, what is the key difference between complexity in context API and Redux is in simple and easy to set up and good for smaller apps for context API. Coming into the Redux, more complex with the stepper learning curve, good for larger apps. Next one is performance. Coming into the performance in context API can lead to performance issues if not used carefully, especially with many updates. Next one is Redux. Coming into the performance in Redux, optimized for performance with features like memoization, which helps prevent unnecessary re-renders. And coming into the debugging in context API, debugging can be straightforward but may lack advanced tools. Coming into the Redux in debugging comes with powerful debugging tools like Redux and which help you track changes over time. Next one is middleware. Context API does not have a built-in middleware support. Coming into the Redux supports a middleware, allowing to handle side effects like API calls more easily. When to use which use a context API when you have a small to medium-sized application. You need to share a few pieces of state across different components. You want a simple solution without adding extra library. This time we need to use a context API. You use a Redux when you have a large application with complex state management needs. You need to manage a lot of different piece of state and want a structured way to do it. You want a advanced debugging tools and middleware support. This is all about context API and Redux. Like in summary, both context API and Redux are a tool for managing a state in React application, but they serve different purpose. Like custom API is like a family meeting for sharing a simple information, while Redux is like a family newsletter that helps manage a complex updates. Choosing the right one depends on the size or complexity of your application. This is all about context API and Redux in React.